A woman who traveled to India to treat her depression was drugged, raped and beheaded before her body was found hung upside down in a forest. Liga, 33, was living in Dublin for the past 5 years with her partner. She arrived in India in February of the year of that very incident. She was hoping to be treated at one of the centers the area is famous for in issues like that, according to NDTV. But she went missing a few weeks after arriving in the country after leaving the center to visit a beach. Her decomposing body was found near a mango grove forest in April the 21st of the same year. Police revealed the same day her funeral was held that she was lured by 2 men who drugged and raped her before killing her. 2 suspects few days after were arrested and were detained in custody. They are drug peddlers, and one is a repeat offender with a history of sexually abusing men and women in the area where Miss Liga's body was found, sources told NDTV. Police said that the victim's post-mortem examination didn't reveal much of how decomposed her body was. However, they were able to determine that she was given drugs and assaulted before being strangled to death. The victim was lured into this area, given drugs and sexually assaulted. She was murdered when she resisted, an officer said. An officer, Abraham, told NDTV. It comes as 2 teenagers were gang raped in separate incidents in India in the past 4 days before her incident. The cases highlight a rape epidemic that shows no sign of abating despite tougher penalties introduced in the country. Police said that they had not made any arrests in either cases before hers. One victim was a 16-year-old girl who committed suicide after being raped by 8 men in the Nuhu district of the northern state of India, senior police officer told Reuters. A 19-year-old woman was raped by 5 men, including the driver she held in another district of the same state. The incidents come less than a month after India approved the death penalty for the rape of young girls than 12. Their country also increased the prison term for rape of older girls and women, following nationwide disgust over the particular gruesome rape and murder of a Muslim girl in Jammu and Kashmir state. Registered cases of sexual violence have been steadily rising despite the national outrage that followed the fatal gang rape of a student on a bus in New Delhi in 2012. A man whose partner was savagely murdered while on the yoga retreat in India branded the trial of her alleged killer as a fierce. Latvian citizen Liga, 33, who lived in Ireland for 4 years before her death, traveled to India to heal her mental health issue. 2 men went on trial for Liga's murder few years after her headless and decomposing remains were found hanging from a tree in a remote mango grove forest. Her partner, Andrew Jordan from Dublin, has slammed the India justice system, saying the court won't prosecute for another 10 years. Andrew, who plans to tell the tragic story in a movie, told the Irish Sunday Mirror, "It's a fierce. I couldn't believe anyone would actually fall for it. I laughed when I saw their projection for the end of this year to finish. I did imagine it would be more like 10 years when it finished." India prosecutors are arguing that the men, 27 and 31, lured her to the swamp before drugging, raping and strangling her to death. Liga's younger sister was the first person to take to the witness stand in June, with 130 witnesses expected to be held in the trial. She told the court how she and her sister came to India, where Liga was to undergo therapy at a retreat resort to help her depression. The sister to Liga said went missing on March the 14th, more than a month after the treatment began, after opting out of a yoga class and taking a rickshaw ride to a tourist beach. Few weeks after, court proceedings in the country were hot after a crime scene photo submitted in evidence went missing. Judge BV instructed staff and lawyers to find the exhibit, which was located 40 minutes later inside the case file on the clerk's table in the courtroom. Andrew said, "Everything is like that over there. Lots of admin and red tapes and delays. I'm not bothering to stay updated with the trial. As far as I'm concerned, it's all lies. Andrew believes that the two accused men are mainly scapegoats and authorities are keen to secure a conviction to save the tourist dollar. He revealed, "I'm emotionally a bit of a basket case at the moment. I just don't have the headspace to follow some sham trial." Instead, he chooses to forge ahead with a plan to set up a foundation in Liga's memory to help others who are struggling with mental health. Two men have been found guilty of the rape and murder of Linga, who went missing in 2008 under mysterious circumstances. The additional session courts in the country will pronounce the punishment against the two men few days after. The accused were found guilty based on circumstantial evidence, reported news agency PTI. The body was found about 38 days and in a decomposed state, due to which were lost a lot of biological evidence that the police were able to build a case based on circumstantial evidence, and the prosecution was able to successfully prove it in court. The prosecutors told the media it was really a challenging case. The body had decomposed, so finding evidence was difficult. She is a foreign national, so it was important that we put an image of India to the outer world. That our country is safe, said a police senior officer, P. Prakash. Linga came to Kerala for treatment in 2008 with her sister, then 33. Linga vanished from the resort in Penton Cold on March the 4th. Her highly decomposing and headless body was recovered from a mango grove in April 21st of 2018, and the accused, Umesh and Udayan, were arrested on the 3rd of May of 2008. Udayan and Umesh, who were into drug peddling, befriended her and lured her to the spots where they gave her ganja. They then raped and later murdered her, the police said.